Not pyramids. Like, pyramids are Egypt are like the same thing. You need to know about that. Okay, we are among the sand dunes, and why are we among the sand dunes? Why? Let's find out a little bit more about it. So where are we exactly in the map? So okay, so these are the main two pyramids. Okay, the biggest one. Yeah, these are the biggest one, the one we saw for the very first time in the game. Okay, let's see what does it have to say. So the number of station 7, this is the region Giza. These are the pyramids of Giza, and done by the early funerary movements of the ancient Egypt and their evolution into the pyramidal structure as we know of today. That is very interesting. That is exactly what we want to know. Okay, let's start the tour then.
Welcome to the origin of the pyramid.
Okay. Thank you for welcoming us, Aya. Oh, sorry, the narrator. The area is too windy. We can hear flaps of her clothes. Okay, let's go into this. What is it?
The origin of the word pyramid is controversial. Most believe that it originates with the Greek word pyramis, which referred to a bread of conical shape. Life and death in ancient Egypt were modeled on the cycle of the sun.
Okay.
The perfect shape of the smooth-faced pyramid became associated with the metaphor of the pharaoh transformed into one of the sun's rays in death. Pyramids represented the Benben, the primordial mound of the Heliopolitan creation myth. These stories permeated every aspect of Egyptian life to a greater or lesser extent.
Okay, so about the naming, the very first thing, that's fine. Let's check out the more info. So this is our favorite artist. We checked out his website. He has an amazing website, guys. You guys need to go and check his website. He has some amazing work. Not only Egypt, he has work on almost every archaeological sites, all ancient cities and everything. He specializes in this structural drawings, like engineering kind of drawings. So very beautiful collection of work on his website. You should go and check out this guy's work, like Jean-Claude Galvin. Amazing artist, really inspired by him now, and maybe I'll start drawing too. I may not be able to start archaeology, but at least maybe we'll be starting drawing things like this. Like, I'm really inspired about keeping eyes for the detail. Like this drawing is not that much of a good example. Like the drawings we have been seeing before, they were pretty good. Like this is like the first draft, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it, but it captures the whatever it means to show, I guess. Okay, these are the structures. These are the temples and all the continuation, like entire structure around the pyramid. Okay, Heliopolis detail. Or is it a city built around the pyramid? Like these structures, we can remember this from the game Serious Sam. We have seen this very much, because I have never been to Egypt, so I don't know. Hopefully we are in the right direction, or no. Okay, let's continue. Let's get out of here and go to the next one. Let's see, what do we have here? What do we have here? Guys, if you see any lag or things like that, do let me know. I'm seeing some bad symbols. I don't like it. Why? Okay, let's continue the tour.
During the pre-dynastic period, the development of funerary practices was different depending on whether one was located in Lower Egypt or Upper Egypt.
Like by income?
Well before the pyramid, there was the burial pits. It is on the site of Merimde Beni Salame in Lower Egypt that we find the oldest funerary site, dating back to 5000 BCE. Study of the tombs revealed that the bodies of the deceased were deposited in a shallow grave in a fetal position. Though a few objects were recovered from these graves, they offered no insight as to the social class of those interred within.
Okay, so no social class, just Lower Egypt and High Egypt. I don't know it's what lower and higher means here. It could be like clearly It could mean that by height, maybe near the river banks, that was the lower Egypt. We don't know really. Okay, let's check out this photograph. Wow, so they were mummified in their fetal position. Okay, mummified body, 3rd millennium BCE. Amazing. The hand is broken, but still the body is very nicely preserved. Like we can see the skin and things like that. Tooth is broken. Okay. I hope this body is in a secure place. Like here we see it's completely open. Nothing around it. Mummified body, 3rd millennium BCE. Okay, it's in Turin, Italy. And okay, Florence. Okay, that big museum. Okay. Let's continue. So in the first checkpoint we learned about the naming, why the pyramid is called the pyramid, and there are controversies relating to it. And in this one we came to know that there were different types of procedure for the funeral, like for the lower Egypt and the higher Egypt. It doesn't clearly say how the lower or higher was determined for this society, so let's continue the tour and find out. Simple as that. Okay.
In Upper Egypt, pre-dynastic practices are easier to study, but reveal more complex funerary rites. They are divided into 2 cultural phases, Bedarian and Nagata.
Okay.
The Bedarian phase ranged from 4400 BCE to 3800 BCE. Small necropolises were discovered on the outskirts of villages,
Okay.
revealing the emergence of a funerary cult. The bodies of the deceased were lowered into an oval grave and covered with goat or gazelle skins. Items needed in everyday life were added alongside the body.
Okay, the different kind of graves. Okay. I'm listening. Different kind of practices. First, they used to bury the body in an oval burial, oval like this. You can see it is an oval place. I think this is a recreation. It can't be the picture taken on the spot. I think this is a recreation. Not so sure. Yeah, reconstruction of a man's tomb. Prehistoric photo, British Museum. Yeah, but this is a very beautiful one. Like you cannot be very sure that if it's real or not. Okay. So this is the oval burial that the narrator was saying. Very good. So we have seen this. Let's continue. And also it's very interesting how the body looks like wood when it's dried out. I don't know if the body is real or not, but on the other body, that I think that was real, and it looked pretty much similar. Like this one could be made out of wood, like a texture like this and shapes like this. This could be very easily carved on a log of wood, but that will need a very, very talented artist to make a body like this. But this is amazing. If this is a complete recreation, it is amazing. Okay, but also it is today it's not going to be very much family friendly, guys, so we are showing bodies and things like that, like pretty raw. I don't know, all of us cannot bear that sight, so it is better if you avoid from here on. Okay, a few days ago somebody complained about music, right? I do notice in the streams, when I watch my own stream, I found that the audio, the sound effect, the music volume was too loud. Let's lower it down, maybe to 80. No, I think that's good. Let's see. Yeah, this sounds good. Let's continue. And it's getting night and we are exploring dead bodies. Let's see. What are we scared of? We are scared of nothing.
During the 3 Nagata periods ranging from 4000 BCE to 3510 BCE, funerary practices evolved in complexity.
Okay.
The shape of tombs changed from oval to rectangular, mimicking the homes of the living. The size of the burials increased and funerary items became more stylized and numerous.
Okay.
Tombs gained complexity with masonry, wooden veneers, or raw bricks added to strengthen the structures. In time, socially stratified necropolises emerged. For example, in Hyrcanopolis, the elite and commoners had separate necropolises.
Okay, very much believable. Like they used to bury the body on the ground directly, then they started keeping things around it as they believed in reincarnation, so they kept like goat skin and things like that for their everyday use. They kept that, and then as they got richer and more established, they began building things like this, structures like this, like stone structures, and then comes these big ones, the epic ones. Okay, let's learn more about it.
The term mastaba, meaning massive bench in dialectal Arabic,
These
refers
things
to a form of funerary
Interesting.
architecture that was present in Egypt from the Archaic period to the Middle Kingdom. An evolution of the burial pit, mastabas were generally composed of two parts.
Two parts.
A structure was built above the ground in the form of a massive rectangle with stepped walls, and a
Okay.
subterranean burial chamber was located underneath. Smaller mastabas often surrounded the much larger tomb of the king. These generally held the remains of the king's relatives and courtiers.
That means the actual body was buried under this structure, and this was just an access to this place. Interesting way of doing it. Like we have done this in the game. Like we went inside a pyramid and then through underground water channels or things like that, underground caves and things, etc. We came up through one of such buildings in the game, and I don't remember the mission exactly. In the very beginning of the game, we did something like that here, right here around this what is it called, the pyramids of Giza. Yeah, around here we did that. So okay, that's why. So bodies were buried down here, and maybe they dug, or maybe the water went in and then it made way through and made underground channels and connected all the tunnels around here. Maybe, you never know, it could really happen. Very much possible. Okay, let's find out more. Do you guys like the night? I don't know, I'm more of a day person in the game. In reality, I love night. So let's make it a day. I don't like night. In the sunlight, the pyramids will look beautiful. Also, it's beautiful at night, but yeah, we need more details to see. Like, see how beautiful even the single bricks are so beautiful. We need to see them all. We don't want to miss them out. Okay, what do we have? Do we have any Scorpios? Anything else? Any rock? Look at this. It's a storm coming. Hopefully it's not a sandstorm. It looks like just clouds. Okay. We are going in this building. We are going underground, guys. This could be interesting. Let's see. Okay.
The arrangement of the substructure of the mastaba evolved during the course of the Old Kingdom. From the 5th dynasty onwards, mastabas often featured multi-roomed substructures, with sometimes up to 30 rooms.
30 rooms.
Also, the quantity and quality of decorated surfaces increased noticeably, as well as the number of statues found within.
Okay. That is interesting information. And what do we have here? Okay, this is a created model of the mastaba tomb of Pranay, 5th dynasty, Metropolitan Museum out of New York. So they could have 30 rooms. What do they need 30 rooms for? Maybe they are storing things inside. Yeah, that could be the reason. Okay, let's continue the tour and find out more about these pyramids. Now these mastabas and burying bodies under the ground and these fake structures on top of it, or maybe to find out where the bodies are buried, for that, this is completely new. Never knew things like this happen. Like we knew the triangle or the pyramid shape pyramid. It's not exactly triangle, it's literally pyramid. It's by itself, it's a shape. So interesting, very interesting. So we have structures that look like houses for them, if they reincarnate, they will have an entire home for them to live with 30 rooms. Like even the living people didn't have 30 rooms even in those days, like in the Egyptian days when these pyramids were being built. So by definition, these graves or these burials or these tombs are also pyramids. Interesting to know. And why is a tree grown here? What is this? This is a palm tree? Okay. I think maybe for the buried, if they get back to life, they will have food to eat. Fresh ones, maybe. Not so sure. Okay, let's start this checkpoint. Okay.
The 6th dynasty would see art used to its utmost.
Mm-hmm.
The entire surface of a mastaba would be covered in scenes of daily life.
Scenes of daily life.
Illustrating the prosperity of those lucky enough to comfortably spend eternity near the pyramid of a pharaoh. The best example of this type of mastaba is the tomb of Meroruka in Saqqara.
Interesting. You know, I'm having a thought like they knew about the zombies, maybe they thought that when people come back to life, they may not remember how the people used to live, or maybe they're who is friendly, who is enemies. What if they forget about it? So I don't know, I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the things, the research work and things. I'm just saying that maybe they knew that when they wake up from the dead, maybe their brains are damaged and they can't remember it, because we have known that they had what is the mausoleum or something like that. They were studying human body, they knew about brain, they knew about blood vessels and things like that. So it is very much possible that they knew about the zombification, because the term zombie and things like that came in from Africa, and maybe, I don't know, maybe they already knew about it and they wanted the dead ones, when they come back to life, to know about the lifestyles and the friends at least. I don't know, but the game does not say anything about like that, but it just says that to learn about the lifestyles, maybe. So yeah, it feels like it was meant for the dead, not for us to see. Maybe we are dead now, who knows. Okay, so that was the last checkpoint. Yeah, that was the last checkpoint. Okay, so guys, I think we had a glitch before starting the stream. Let me stop the stream and check back again. I'll be live in 10 minutes. Okay, so let's mark this stream as an end, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. So, and I'll check out if there are any errors.